What is up everyone, my name's Al from GamesRip, and today I bring you Wolfenstein 3D for the Sega Dreamcast. That's right, I've pretty much reviewed Wolfenstein on pretty much everything, but now it's time to see it on the Sega Dreamcast. BJ, take it away.
So here we go, we finally have Wolfenstein 3D for the Sega Dreamcast. I've had so many requests from this, literally left, right, God, literally everyone has asked me to cover Wolfenstein 3D, and yeah, today is the day. The version I've got here, or the CD I should say, basically has, well, it's got Wolfenstein 3D, as well as a metric ton of mods. We've even got Spear of Destiny on here, we've got Wolfendoom. We've pretty much got everything at our disposal here, but today we're looking at Wolfenstein 3D, but obviously make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, because I'll be covering the Wolfenstein 3D mods and the rest of it later on. So let's crack on, shall we? And here we go, it's Wolfenstein 3D, man. It's playing on the Sega Dreamcast. This is one that not too many people have covered, to be fair. Not too many people really know about it. But as you know, obviously I cover things like Doom, Quake, etc. So, naturally, we essentially had to end up here with Wolfenstein 3D, although I'm still trying to see if we can get Wolfenstein Return to Castle Wolfenstein on the Sega Dreamcast. Apparently it's out there, so if anyone knows about it, hook me up with a link. So anyway, let's play this nice and easy. Let's get psyched for Wolfenstein 3D on the Sega Dreamcast. Now, the initial sort of movement to me seems a little bit... It seems good, but it doesn't seem 100%. It just looks a bit... Does it look a bit stuttery, a little bit jerky? Yeah, I think the movement's a little bit strange with this one, being that obviously you've got to use the D-pad first of all instead of the analog stick, although, I can kind of forgive it for that. But yeah, you've got to use the D-pad here, along with a couple buttons obviously to shoot. There is no strafing, but if I remember rightly, there was no strafing originally anyway in Wolfenstein 3D originally, until you obviously had the later versions of this. But this is the original version, this is the PC version, playing on the Sega Dreamcast. Now, we've obviously, as you can see right now, tons of different versions I've covered before, including the Mega Drive version, which is actually fantastic, the Game Boy version, amongst others. To be fair, the actual Mega Drive version, well, it is the PC version. The Game Boy version, obviously, not quite. But yeah, this is the DOS version, clearly running very well on the Sega Dreamcast. The one thing I've obviously got to mention is, yeah, the music and the sound is absolutely on point. Now, don't get me wrong, the sounds are pretty basic, and obviously the music's what it is, and the music's really, really good, and works really, really well. There's no stuttering there, well, at all, to be fair. The only stuttering, like I said, is the actual movement. But, does this affect the gameplay? Now, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news. It kind of does. I mean, it is playable, but it, to be fair, isn't the best way. Well, at the moment, isn't the best way to play Wolfenstein 3D on an older console. Like I said, I actually think the Mega Drive version, it's kind of superior in that sense. Like I said, visually, it's, the Mega Drive version isn't the same, but it doesn't stutter, whereas this does have that tiny bit of stutter. Don't get me wrong, you can play this and some people might not even notice it. I did notice it though, and it didn't wreck too much of the overall experience. It still plays well, it still plays like Wolfenstein, but for me, it was kind of noticeable, and that is a shame. Don't get me wrong though, I'm sure there are people working on to make this a better product, and let me tell you, like I said, there's tons and tons of mods out there which work seamlessly without stutter, which you will see in a later video. But yeah, it's a real shame at this point that this wasn't working flawlessly. It is a shame. And there are some versions out there that don't even have sound. So this is quite a shining example of what it could be. The other bonus to playing this on the Sega Dreamcast, other than other consoles, is this actually supports the Sega Dreamcast keyboard. That's right, you can really play this old school if you really want to. Hook up your Sega Dreamcast keyboard and you can play it that way. And me, I've been Al from Games Re-Up. Like, comment and subscribe. And like I said, there's another video coming shortly of me going through the actual mods that are attached to this version of Wolfenstein 3D. I've been Al from Games Re-Up, and I'll see you all soon. You can now support the channel on patreon.com/GamesRep, as well as remember to like, comment and subscribe.